Well, here we are at Wand Week. It's also the week of the film's premiere. Very excited about Frozen Empire. So we're going to look at a product here that is actually linked to the movie, and this is going to be Hasbro's Frozen Empire Proton Blaster, as they're calling it, which is just the latest version of the Neutrona Wand. If you're tracking the Neutrona Wand, it changes slightly from film to film. Minor tweaks between the 84 and the 89 movies, but when we get to Afterlife, we have some major tweaks in terms of the grips, a lot more wear on the Neutrona Wand in general, but it's still pretty close. This is another drastic leap forward. You're going to see some different designs on here. We have that caution look on here. There's going to be the yellow heatsink on the side. So it's not going to be as close to the movie's representative look like the Proton, or the Plasma series is. This is more of the budget line, although this comes in, I think, around $40 or somewhere in that ballpark, so it's not really budget in that respect. But this is one of the roleplay accessories. This is not the prop level accessory. Like the Plasma series is closer to that. It's still plastic, but it is pretty close in approximation to the dimensions and the look of the theatrical used wands. This is more of a toy. But I still think it's fun because it's the only sort of wand out there that captures the look of the newest one, including that barrel guard on it as well. So we'll check it out, and then I want to compare it to the wands that came out in sort of this role play line from the 2021 with Afterlife as well. So we can just see a little bit of the tweaks that they've made from the previous design to this one, and how this ranks in terms of the role playing wands. So that is essentially just what the box looks like here. Too big for me to do a 360 on a turntable, but I just wanted to show you the package is exposed here. On the back, you get this fun little name tag cut out. This kind of harks back to my childhood, when a lot of the packages you could cut out like little club memberships or badges or little bio cards or something. So they do give you this little cutout here for you to do that. So just something fun you could do with this, and I kind of like that, appreciate sort of that callback. And it's just going to kind of go over the instructions on how to turn this thing on, and hopefully batteries are included. We'll figure that out in just a moment as we open it, but why don't we hop right in and check out the latest in the roleplay line. So here we go. You can see that packaging again, a lot closer with that nice little Frozen Empire look there of the firehouse freezing up. Just going to clip off these little plastic tabby things that are holding it in place, and hopefully there's not frozen hidden ones underneath. There's more up here on the top. There's some on the handle on the back. Just another one there. All right, let's see if I did this, or if it's just gonna oh, look at that, I got it. Usually I miss a secret one and then it ends up getting stuck and I embarrass myself in the video. So here is our wand. Now, knowing Hasbro, there's probably instructions tucked away in here somewhere, and yep, there they are. There's also other components, it looks like, in the bottom of the box. So I want to make sure you find those as well to maximize your role-play accessories here. So in addition to the instructions, I think this is just the warning sheet. So not needed there. So we'll check out what's in here. So with our wand, we got, looks like a little stream for the end there. And then we got another part here. And this looks like the end of the instrument panel, the little block here. So we're just gonna attach that, because that's going to go right there. And of course, in the film, you know, this is going to be your fire button right here typically, but that's not how this works. So let's see here how they want you doing that. So number one, plugging this stream in at the end. I want to take a look here. I think it's just going to pop in no particular way. Oop. And I already turned it on. Number two, popping that instrument panel. And number three, you're going to push this. This is, I guess, the on switch here is this little green button on the top. And then there are another button here. This is additional sounds. And then here we have this extension for the barrel. And you have that sort of heat sink, or this guard look that's on it, that is kind of indicative to the new film, but it extends the whole way. But they had this additional barrel on there at the end. So you could, that turns it off, I guess, when you pull it down. So I think this might be similar to the safety system, where you hit the release lever here and it pops out and you're able to fire at that point. This is more of a manual system, and then you can see the exposed beam. I kind of like that look there, the exposed beam. And the only other switch on here, and I guess you could turn this on this way too. And this is yellow this time. Yep, a different mode, a different sound effect. And then we have the trigger on the bottom, and you get that nice proton stream sound. And there's a ghost you could hear as well. I kind of like the logo on here. It's 3D. So it's a little raised. It's not flat. It's not a sticker. But you know, the major, I mean, all the hallmarks are here. You got the dials here on the side. That these are still here. You have the instrument panel still here. You have the rear cylinder, although it's missing the line. But you know, in these kinds of products for the, I want to say the budget line, they're not going to have these. Same with the front cylinder. You got your hat light that's unpainted here. You got your front knob, your clipboard. It says clipboard printed on it. No sticker or anything. You got your top knob there. This would be your hat light and your arc electric, and then your slow blow. So all those are here, and then your switches. They actually switch, but they don't do anything. And that was similar with the one in 21. I'll show you in a moment. And then you got your grips. They don't twist, so these aren't twister grips. And then you have your mount, your track here at the bottom, and what looks like what would be the mount right here to go onto the pack. And it's definitely, I don't know, it kind of has an angle like it would be functional. Let's see if they make a budget pack for this to go with. That would be kind of epic. The only time Hasbro made like a budget pack was, well, I mean, there's older ones a long time ago, but in recent memory was the 21. They had like a kid budget pack, and I'll show you that as well in a moment. But yeah, I mean, you could see the weld, the fake weld on here, so that extra little bit of detail. I don't think that was on the other one. Maybe it was. We'll check out the MOD wand from 21. Here's your little bar graph that just has a light on it. Doesn't light up. It's just painted, but yeah, I mean, here's another color, so I'm assuming these are different sound effects. And I'm not sure what this button is supposed to do at the top there. Here we go with red. Here we go, extending our barrel. And you can hear that humming of the pack being on there, and the wand. And so this sounds like this sounds like the mode from the video game where it's shooting the secondary fire for the proton stream. I forget what those are called. So let's see if there's other. So this is green. And this sounds like the slime blaster. So the sound effects sound similar, like they took them from the Plasma Series Spangler wand. And here's the I forget what the electric one is called. But and then the blue one would be the stasis stream. Yeah. Yeah, so it's copying some of the sound effects from the Plasma Series Spangler wand. And then it's just got a slightly different design to it. I'm really curious, and we'll see in a moment, how close it is to the 21 wand, the MOD wand as it's called, with just the new paint job and maybe a couple new parts on it. We'll check that out in just a second. But rounded out everything on here, pretty nice. I mean, I guess it's around that $40 range. I'd be happier with it if it was like 25 to 30. Because this is more for kids role play line than this is a a prop replica, but not too bad altogether. And it has the color scheme on it is better. I mean, the 21 wand I'll show you is blue, and that's again that kid safety feature. Still have the orange around the tip here, but this is black. I mean, it's got the yellow callouts on it, but the black and gray is a lot better than the blue look of the other wand. So yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's a little way to celebrate the film, but it's not the quality one. We'll see if we get a Plasma Series one for Frozen Empire. They just did a Plasma 84, which was essentially the same wand, just new grips with the 84 grips. But that is essentially your look at the Frozen Empire one. So why don't I grab the other wands, and then we'll do a little comparison here. Because this is wand week, we're not focusing on just one wand. All right, so I got my Frozen Empire wand here in the middle. This was like the really low budget line wand for kids from 21, and this came out around the time of Afterlife, and you can see the logo here is a sticker. It has a lot of the parts here, the the side knobs and the cylinders and the clippered and mini version of that. I mean, it's really, really tiny, no functional switches or anything, no lights. It has this twist function that allows the proton stream to twist there, but it still had like a lot of the parts like on this wand essentially. It was just kind of fun. And here's the safety warning instructions still in here. And then it had the mount on here. Here's the pack. It was a blue pack from Amazon. There was no line connecting the two. You could just mount this on the side. And then you could have like a whole little outfit for kids. They could make their own little pack. You could do other things with it. If you're, crazy into modding like me, I'll show you in a minute what you could do with it. But this is a fun little wand, but extremely budget version. Still, you can see welding on there and stuff like that, but smaller, no lights. I think these retail maybe around 10 bucks, 15 at the most. You can get them at Ollie's for like $5 now. So you just check around you, but yeah, these were in abundance at the time. So the other comparison wand out was the MOD wand. The MOD wand you can see here has the same handle, essentially, all the way down to the same mold. There's no top button on this one. The switches are in the same place here with the bar graph in the same place. The top buttons are in the same place. This knob is almost exactly the same, except you can push it. It has the same size clippered, except this one doesn't say clippered on it, same front knobs. So I wonder if this mold up to like here was used here. Yeah, you can even see the bottom is the same, and I'm sorry, I just turned this thing on. Once you turn it on, it doesn't turn off. It's awful. The only difference with this one is it had this additional extension on it here that you could put into the barrel, and it would just give you some other features, like, oh, I forget how to do this. But you could essentially, there we go, you could turn it, and then you see Slimer in there. And it had this barrel. It didn't really work. It was supposed to make this spin when you turn it, but I could never get it to work. And you could do a bunch of different combinations of this on here. And this is just the Mod Blaster. So I actually went out and got some stickers to up it a little bit because it was missing a lot of detail. So I think it's a little bit more fun with those stickers. Again, flat logo, and this is a raised logo. So while the molds are very similar, I think they just improved it a little bit. I think you also had oh no, this part was molded on. This wasn't, or maybe it was attached. I can't remember. But it looks very, very similar to the 21 MOD Blaster. But this one, I think is much better. Just because you can turn it off for nothing else. The sound system's a little better. It's a little more relevant. There that goes, finally turning off. It sounds a little more relevant to movie sounds. More busting, less just random ghost noise. So yeah, I mean, this is superior to that. I can't remember what this cost at the time. Might have been around the same price, maybe 30 bucks, $35 at the time. But this one now coming in around, I think if you get it from Walmart, you might be able to get it for 25 if it's on sale. I think maybe it retails for 30, not 40. Maybe I was just looking at the wrong place. You could probably get it for 25. We'll have a link up here for you on the video. But that is a look at your budget wands from the last 3 years, essentially, since Afterlife all the way up to Frozen Empire. So here's where we are in that line. Now the next step up is Plasma Series. We have 2 wands there, the Afterlife wand and the 84 wand. So we'll take a look at those later this week because I want to show you something else when comparing with those, another new one that came out. But yeah, that is your look at the latest, the Frozen Empire Proton Blaster, as they're calling it. And I got one more treat for you as we wrap up. I'll show you some modding possibilities for this little budget wand. All right, so this is an example of going overboard. I kind of got bored one weekend and in between pack builds, and I wanted to do something different. So I took this wand. I bought that Amazon pack you can see right here, and I went crazy and made it more screen accurate. I added my own tubes in the side. I got little lines to go with them here. I got custom stickers to make this pop everywhere down to the end filter and the cyclotron. I got a very mini Spectra cable here, Spectra strip, and I got the let's see, the a little brass rod for the ion arm, little lines here. I painted all the existing wires that were on here because they were just blue. You know, I painted the base obviously black, but you can see just taking it over the top. I kind of aimed for an 89 pack. You know, for mounting, I had to make a motherboard, a custom motherboard for this guy. I had to make my own Alice frame in a very, very small scale. And then I wanted a line to connect it essentially to the pack. So when I did the wand is even crazier. I got really tiny tubes on here that go to like fish tanks. I got little lights. You can see I replaced the ones that were missing lights. I have my switches are painted here. My knobs are painted. Very, very tiny labels you can see throughout here to really make this pop. And it still functions, but it has all the hallmarks now of a more screen designed piece. So yeah, this was going overboard, having some fun, sort of inventing your own sort of way here. I didn't want to mod the back too much, like put on a mini clipper or anything. I painted where I could, and then just what was missing, added onto it. I think it turned out great. Just something you could do if you're into modding, if you want to take something like this, or the MOD wand, or if you want to go nuts, take the Frozen Empire wand and make a little pack to attach to it. There's stuff out there you could work with. And like I said, I was able to make this for under $50. A lot of this is just plastic PVC pipes, or these are little tubes that you get in abundance, like a pack of different colors from Amazon. I mean, the most expensive part was the stickers. I had someone custom make the stickers for me, and that was really it. Everything else is fairly cheap, and you could acquire it at home improvement stores or arts and crafts stores, and then just get imaginative with what you're doing, and then you know, be happy with your end results. So that was really just something you could do. So that concludes our look at the budget line for Wand Week. I promised to show you lots of wands, so we saw 3 different wands today and my own custom design. Thursday, I'm going to show you the higher end wands. So the focus is going to be on the newly released Max wand, which is the first mass-produced licensed wand body. I'm sorry, aluminum wand body. I know a lot of people out there make custom aluminum wand bodies. This one is licensed through Sony, so we finally have one. It's based on the screen measurements and the sort of all the different components of those. So that's what we got, and I'll show you that one, and I'll show you how we made it work for our Hero wand, and then I'll compare it to the Plasma Series wands, because it should be very close in terms of how it looks. There's going to be some differences, but those are based on the Afterlife wand and the original wand as well. So we'll take a look at 3 more wands on Thursday with a very high-end prop replica wand as well. So tune back for that. That's going to be fun. I love showing off my wand, put a lot of time into that thing. And we'll just take a look at the Plasma Series wand, and actually bring in the Matty Collector wand as well, so you can take a look at that. So we have 3 different generations of wands. So that's all for this time. I hope you enjoyed this look at the latest in role-playing accessories. Continuing through our Ghostbusters month, we have the film coming out on Thursday, the same day as our next video. So tune back for that. Hopefully get more excited for the movie this weekend. And as always, like, subscribe, and follow. We'll see you guys next time.